or 5 months ago, I bought one of these AC50S solar generators from Max Oak, and I've been using it pretty extensively since I got it. And I just wanted to share with everybody how I like it and how it's been doing. One of the reasons I got this is because when I'm camping, I take my Cpap machine because I didn't have anything to run it on. I also have this Greenworks battery powered chainsaw that I use a lot out in the woods when I'm camping. It has this 4 amp hour battery that I could charge out of the AC outlet in my Jeep Cherokee, but when I'm out in the woods away from the Jeep, I need some way to charge the battery, so the Bluette works great for that. I also have this worn drill wrench I got a few months ago. The drill wrench works great for yarding logs out of the woods. Let's take a look and see how the Bluette does at powering my Cpap machine. Like about a 30 watt average. Seems like it was, when I was exhaling, it wasn't drawing anything, and when I was inhaling, it would go up to 45 sometimes. That'll last a good long time, a couple days maybe, depending on what else I'm using. Okay, we got this charging up from the Jeep's AC outlet. Here's the outlet. It's in the back of the center console, plugged in. Charging away here at 80 or so. Okay, there we go. We're charging off the Jeep. So I headed up in the woods to try all this out. Well, I brought the Bluette in the tent. Got a little bit of the old right here with the fire. The old, and this is the new. Charge the phone a little bit here. This is a USB fan. So it hooks up right here to this USB port. Just gonna turn on this DC. Starts up the fan. The thing, this is how many DC watts you're drawing. This fan doesn't hardly draw anything. It's not even showing up. The fan blows the heat from the wood stove around the tent to heat it more evenly. On a warm day, that fan blows the air around inside the tent and makes it more comfortable too. I got a string of LED lights that plug into the USB port. It really lights up the tent at night. I really like this set of lights. So it's time to get some shut-eye and see how this thing powers my Cpap machine all night. We'll see how much battery we have left in the morning. It's snowing a little bit. It didn't snow really last night, but it's snowing this morning. Well, that's where we're sitting with power this morning on the Bluette. I got my Cpap plugged into the 12 volt outlet right here. The Cpap's right there next to my sleeping bag. And we ran a string of lights that I have up, these LED lights. I had that fan going at least part of the night. Very happy with the performance of the Bluette. That was a good, we didn't lose much or use very much power, and I had a lot of stuff running last night. So this thing's working out great. I use this battery powered chainsaw I have quite a bit, especially in the wintertime. Traveling on the Forest Service roads in the winter, a lot of times there's trees across the road. This battery powered chainsaw works great for cutting those, and then I drag them out of the road. The saw's nice and quiet, and I don't have any gas smell in my Jeep. Getting this Bluette just made it that much more convenient to recharge it out in the woods. I also use the saw for clearing limbs out for campsites that I find, like I'm doing here. The saw works great for that. I bought this 120 watt solar panel from Max Oak to charge the Bluette when it's sunny. It takes 3 or 4 hours of full sun to get the battery charged. I really like this setup. Alright, the chainsaw battery's charged up again. Pull that off. Unplug the charger. Drill's still charging. At 60% or so. Little fan's still going. It's been going for a couple hours now. That thing doesn't draw enough to matter, I don't think, but I think we're doing pretty good for, we started out on 80% because I used the Cpap all night for a good 8 hours, so I'm liking this thing. Here's my collection of battery-powered lawn tools that I've gathered over the last year. All of these tools use the same battery the chainsaw uses. Here's where the battery goes into the lawnmower. This is the leaf blower. And this is the weed whacker. I especially like this weed whacker. This thing's great. The trigger is variable speed, so you could go really slow and go around trees and be careful not to knock the bark off of them. So there's a little bit of information on my Bluette AC50S that I got from Max Oak. I really like this setup and I'm looking forward to using it this summer.